We're at Råcksta. This is another station that I don't think there's just a whole lot to say about, except for maybe a couple of things. We'll go and look at the far end of the platform. First, this is the timetable south end, which is the east end geographically. So go and take a look at that. One memory I have of this station is some years ago, on quite a few cold January mornings, it was my job to stand at this far end of the platform and assist in emptying trains that were terminating here on that track, the northbound track, because from that track you can pull directly into the yard at Bellingby. And yes, it was very cold. I had some co-workers who used to say, why don't you just ride to Blackberry and then ride to Råcksta with the train that you're going to empty? And you know, it's weird, but I didn't feel free to do that, so I never did it. So, I don't know. But anyway, so this is the line looking toward Blackberry. If you remember Blackberry, when we looked in the direction of Råcksta, the line curved. I don't think that is the same curve we're seeing there, because the Blackberry is not that close. It's not that far, but it's not as close as this. But yeah, but this is where also, if you look, I told you that the far end of the platform kind of hangs out over the highway. It doesn't quite make it, but pretty close. If you look to the left here, you can see there is a pedestrian cycle path, and I have cycled on that path, and I really did feel like I was riding under the station practically. Even though I was probably a couple of meters off. But anyway, yeah, so let's check out the rest of the station. Closed circuit TV. Of course, that closed circuit TV is if you were on railing, if you were operating against traffic, southbound on the northbound track. There is a southbound train coming in now on the southbound track, so we can walk on that side. It's a little quasi-filmer content here. So, yeah. So, he wants something about me. I always nod and smile to the train operators, but they don't always shoot me, and I understand that. They have a job to do. But anyway, so I noticed that the service does actually appear to be a little more frequent southbound. I noticed that at Blackberry as well when I was there just now, and I don't know whether it really is 1:45, whether it really is already ramping up for the peak, or whether there's a service disruption that's causing that. I don't really know. But anyway, let's see. I'll confess that I'm a little anxious because I'm afraid of running into that same ticket clerk again. He's probably not assigned only to East Astoria, where I encountered him on Thursday. But I guess we'll see. It's not him. Good. I'll get somebody nice. Anyway, you know what? Here's a plaque about the art, because I don't know. Hand glazed tiles in different shades of white. That seems very simple, but I don't know. We'll look at that again when we go back up, because I did not notice it on the way down. So, okay.
I should have been like, I think I kind of here.
anyway, this is Råcksta. As I say, I've never actually been here before. So, which bus is this? I'm curious. This will mean nothing to you, but I want to know. The 115 and the 158, and what comes the train. That's a southbound. So, yeah. Okay, here's another station that has this Station Råcksta sign above it. And those aren't branded exactly. I don't know. By the way, this large building was previously the headquarters of Vattenfall, which is an energy company, I would say electricity company, basically. And I think maybe it has been converted to housing, but I'm not sure. But Vattenfall's at any rate not in there anymore. They no longer use that building. So, yep. I think what we were talking about with the arc are those tiles up there. And those are quite nice. And also, those of you who were watching may have noticed them. They're over the stairway as well. Those of you who were watching when I came down may have noticed them. I did not. But anyway, yeah. So, also there's part of me that likes the fact that out that window there to the left you can see a signal. That signal would be for, again, for wrong rail running if you were running northbound on the southbound track. So, I don't know if there's a whole lot more to say about Råcksta. So I'll say goodbye for this one, and please join me in the next one. Thank you.